Until now. Introducing Skechers hands-free slip-in footwear. Let me tell you, these things are amazing. You don't need to lace up, and they're even better than your standard slip-on sneakers. This is next-level slip-in technology, where you don't need to reach down and help your heel in. You just step in, and off you go. It's that easy. So what's the secret? There's a special smooth comfort pillow on the heel that helps your foot slide into place, and also keeps your feet secure in heavenly comfort, which means they stay on just like a pair of laced-up sneakers, and you can even slip into them while you're sitting down. Make your life easier and go hands-free with Skechers' new hands-free slip-in footwear. You'll never have to struggle putting on your shoes again. Get hands-free slip-ins for the whole family at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
This time, 2:11. That's time for traffic and transit with Gloria Chapa.
Got a couple of accidents. Well, a few. Anyway, heading eastbound on the Belt Parkway at Rockaway Parkway, we have a reported crash. Can't see it. I can see the traffic delays, though. Westbound Belt at Lefferts Avenue, there is another reported accident with heavy delays. And again, I can see the delays. Westbound LAE at Francis Lewis Boulevard, there is an accident blocking the right lane. Northbound Cross Island by Jamaica Avenue, only the left lane is open. Delays are almost back to the Southern State. That's another crash. If you're heading southbound on the FDR Drive, it's just a little bit slow from 96th Street to 63rd Street. I don't see an accident, but if you see something out there, give us a call. 844-JAM-1010. Now, here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. The inbound lower level of the George Washington Bridge has a stalled car under the apartment. Now, you are seeing 45 minutes to an hour inbound if you're taking the upper level, 45 minutes if you're taking the lower level. Outbound is going to be about 20 to 25. Lincoln is half an hour in, 10 minutes out. Holland, 30 in, 15 out. The Gospels into Staten Island is 10 to 15 minutes inbound. This report is sponsored by Come From Away. I'm Gloria Chapa. Our next report at 2:21 on 1010 Winds.
Welcome to the rock if you come from away.
Come From Away, the best musical winner, plays its final summer on Broadway. Find hope in the remarkable true story of the small town that welcomed the world. Last chance, visit comefromaway.com.
Let's check out the AccuWeather 4-day forecast now with meteorologist Joe Curtis.
The rest of this afternoon, clouds mixing with some sunshine, warm and humid conditions. A stray thunderstorm is possible. We'll have a high of 86. Tonight, partly cloudy and humid, a shower or thunderstorm around, especially late with a low of 73. Tomorrow will still be warm and humid with breaks of sunshine, a shower or storm early, and then a couple of heavy gusty thunderstorms in the afternoon and evening. We'll have a high of 84. And on Tuesday, hot and humid with the sun and clouds. We'll have a high of 91. Wednesday will be sunny, hot, and humid with a high of 92. Right now it's 79 degrees. We're going up to a high of 86 in Midtown. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Joe Curtis on New York's weather station 1010 Winds.
With news time, 2:13. Coming up, a new report about the mass shooting in Uvalde, Texas has just been released. We'll have the details.
During this unprecedented time of worldwide economic challenge, it's so important that you keep a close eye on your retirement and be ready to take the steps necessary to protect your money. Having a portion of your IRA or 401k backed by physical gold and silver offers Americans the diversification needed to hedge against economic volatility and potential turmoil. Savvy retirement savers are those with the foresight to safeguard with genuine stores of value, like physical gold and silver, which in the past have soared during periods of misery for the rest of the economy. Diversify your hard-earned savings today by calling Birch Gold Group and get your free information kit to teach you how precious metals can protect your family's financial future. Birch Gold is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau and has thousands of satisfied customers. Call them at 800-647-5525. That's 800-647-5525. 800-647-5525.
Attention business owners with 3 or more employees that were impacted by COVID. You may be entitled to up to $26,000 per employee through the Employee Retention Tax Credit Program, even if you've already received government PPP or ERC benefits. Call for a free consultation. 800-888-8000. That's 800-888-8000 to see if you qualify for a cash payment. No recovery, no fee. Call 800-888-8000. 800-888-8000 or visit COVIDTaxMoney.com. Hi, Tom Bodette with a shout out to Uncle Rick. You know him. He shows up at the family reunion in a muscle shirt without muscles, stealing noses off the kids' faces. He brings a nugget of wisdom, too, like staying at Motel 6. They have clean, comfortable rooms where he can kick off his flip-flops and great low rates, which is handy since he's always saving up for a speedboat or something. I'm Tom Bodette for Motel 6, and we'll leave the light on. For you, Rick.
Wins News Time 2:16. A state committee in Texas has just released a report about the mass shooting in Uvalde, Texas in May, in which 19 students and 2 teachers were murdered. The report says that no one was able to stop the gunman from carrying out the deadliest school shooting in Texas history, in part because, quote, of systemic failures and egregious poor decision-making by nearly everyone involved who was in a position of power. The findings reveal that nearly 400 officers were at the elementary school in Uvalde as police waited to confront the gunman. Family members of the students and teachers murdered in Uvalde are expected to meet in private today with that state committee that's been investigating the mass shooting. There's also a story about a previous meeting between local and state officials.
Multiple law enforcement officials confirming to ABC News reports of a secret meeting between top Uvalde officials and Texas DPS Director Stephen McCraw. During the June 2nd meeting, first reported by the New York Times, local officials allegedly tried to convince McCraw to put a positive spin on the bungled response by law enforcement, seeking an endorsement highlighting police officials' heroics during the May 24th mass shooting. Their effort failed, and McCraw continued to call the police response to wait on breaching the Uvalde classroom an abject failure on all levels.
Again, that state report from a committee investigating the mass shooting has just been released within the last hour. That's correspondent Maria Villarreal. Wins News Time 2:17. Now time for Talkin' Tech on 1010 Wins.
I'm Lee Harris with Talkin' Tech. Haley Joel Osment saw dead people in The Sixth Sense. Amazon's Alexa will let you hear them. They're working on a feature that would allow the virtual assistant to mimic someone's voice even after they've died.
While AI can't eliminate that pain of loss, it can definitely make their memories last.
Alexa Senior Vice President Rohit Prasad played a video of how this would work.
Alexa, can Grandma finish reading me The Wizard of Oz?
Okay. But how about my courage? Asked the lion anxiously.
Artificial intelligence allows Alexa to mimic someone's voice after less than a minute of a provided recording. No word yet on the rollout of this new and slightly creepy feature. Talkin' Tech, I'm Lee Harris, and for more, click on podcasts at 1010wins.com.
Wins News Time 2:18. Headlines up next.
Attention! This is a special alert for all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an overpriced auto warranty or no warranty coverage at all. Due to the increase of new and used car prices, repair costs, and the price of gas, people are keeping their cars longer than ever, which is why CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on covered auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can save thousands for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. You could save thousands on future auto repairs. Our specialists are standing by for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-524-1735. Vehicle Protection Plan pricing is at an all-time low. Plus, drivers who purchase this coverage today will receive rental car options, free roadside assistance, and free towing. Call 800-524-1735 now for your free quick quote. That's 800-524-1735. What do you have to lose? Call 800-524-1735. Again, 800-524-1735.
Want the news without the noise? News Nation is news for all America, reporting all sides, no spin, and no agendas. Go to newsnationnow.com/join us to find News Nation on your television provider.
I live alone and rarely have visitors. So when I slipped and fell in the kitchen last month and couldn't get to a phone, I knew I was in trouble.
Help!
I could barely move.
Help!
I tried calling for help, but no one could hear me. As I lay there, I couldn't help but think of my kids and grandkids having to go on without me. I was terrified. It took 8 hours for my neighbor to find me. It could have been the end of me. That's when I knew I needed Life Alert. With just one press of this button, I'm connected to the Life Alert Center, where I can get the help I need, even when I cannot reach a phone. With Life Alert, I'm never alone.
Call 1-800-244-8805 for your free Life Alert brochure. That's 1-800-244-8805. Again, 1-800-244-8805. Call for your free Life Alert brochure at 1-800-244-8805 today.
Breaking news, making news, live interviews. Check out Newsline with Bridget Quinn weekdays from 10 to 2 right here on 1010 Wins.
All news, all the time. This is 1010 Wins. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Good afternoon. It's 79 degrees at 2:20. I'm Bud Mishkin. Here's what's happening. 3 pop-up monkeypox vaccination sites today in the Bronx, Queens, and Brooklyn. Carol Dioria will have our story. It's the final day of the traditional Feast of Giglio in Williamsburg. A new study about drinking alcohol shows it could be worse for younger adults than older. You think your ring is nice? How about a ring with almost 25,000 diamonds in it? And in 1010 Wins entertainment news, actor Bryan Cranston takes one for the team in an all-star celebrity softball game. Sports, Yankees leading the Red Sox in the second, 3-0. The Mets in Chicago, getting underway shortly. Australian Cameron Smith comes from 4 strokes back to win the British Open. MLS, both locals square off at 5 o'clock. NYCFC visiting the Red Bulls. AccuWeather calling for intervals of clouds and sun this afternoon, warm and humid with a stray thunderstorm and a high of 86. News time, 2:21. That's time for traffic and transit. Here's Gloria Chapa.
Eastbound Bell Parkway at Rockaway Parkway, we have a confirmed crash with some really heavy delays back to Flatbush Avenue. Westbound Bell Parkway at Lefferts, there's a reported accident. All I can see are the heavy delays, though that's not good. Westbound LIE at Francis Lewis Boulevard, there's a crash blocking the right lane. And northbound Cross Island by Jamaica Avenue, they've got a right lane closed with a crash with delays almost back to the Southern State Parkway. Here's what we see on Long Island's Big 3. No problems on the LIE, the North State, or the Southern State Parkway. Here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. The inbound George Washington Bridge stall on the lower level has been cleared. You're left with 45 minutes to an hour inbound, 20 to 25 outbound. Lincoln 30 in, 10 out. Holland 35 in, 15 out. The Gospels is a 10 to 15 minute drive into Staten Island. Staten Island bound outer bridge also looks slow. It's jammed on both levels of the Brooklyn bound Verrazano, and the Manhattan bound RFK Bridge has a crash in the right lane. I'm Gloria Chapa. Our next report at 2:31 on 1010 Wins.
A new chapter in the city's fight against monkeypox. 3 new vaccination sites are opening today for one day. The Bronx High School of Science, Aviation High School in Queens, and Bushwick Education in Brooklyn. Here's 1010 Wins reporter Carol Dioria.
4,200 doses are available at 3 sites in the city for today only. And Dr. Ashwin Vasan visited the one in the Bushwick Education Building on Irving Avenue. He said the Department of Health and Mental Hygiene is opening these vaccine sites as soon as the doses are available. He said the demand for the shots is overwhelming.
I think tens of thousands more, yeah. We need significantly more vaccine than we've gotten, and this will be a process that will take weeks to get all the people. If we get the supply that we need, it'll take weeks to get shots into arms.
Ibrahim Khan arrived for his appointment and had to wait online, but he was grateful anyway. He said his mother had monkeypox when she was a child in Pakistan.
She has scars to this day all over her face, so it's definitely something I take serious.
Carol Dioria, 1010 Wins on Irving Avenue in Bushwick.
City Health Department is expected to release more than 8,000 additional first dose appointments over the next 2 weeks. Home runs were not the only thing flying at Yankee Stadium last night. Police are investigating the possibility that a drone was spotted above right field. NJ.com published a video of a flashing green light hovering above the outfield seats. It was there for about 15 minutes. FAA bans unmanned aircraft from flying over stadiums while games are in process, but we have seen this before. There were 5 games during the 2020 season that were interrupted by drones. Wins News Time, 2:24. Today is the final day of the annual Feast of Giglio in Williamsburg. Thousands flocked to the festival this weekend. This weekend featured the lifting of the 7-story Giglio by dozens of revelers in celebration of Italian heritage. Monsignor Jamie Gigantiello is the pastor of Our Lady of Mount Carmel Church in Williamsburg.
Last year, we also had record crowds because it was the year after we did not have a feast because of the lockdown. So last year, everyone wanted to come out. They missed it. It's an annual event, and when they miss it, it really makes a difference in their lives.
The festival started on Wednesday, July 6th. Today, again, is the final day, and it's featured games, entertainment, he said, and lots of food. Wins News Time, 2:25. This is a test of the emergency alert system. 1010 Wind serves the 5 boroughs of New York City. This concludes the test of the emergency alert system.
An office party resulting in a $500,000 lawsuit. Human remains on display in a hotel ballroom. Just 2 examples of the stories we'll be digging into on our new podcast, Something Offbeat. I'm your host, Mike Rogers. I've always got an eye out for stories that leave me wanting to know more, and I think you will too. So join me for Something Offbeats on the Odyssey app. That's AUDACY, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Winds News Time, 2:26. Now Bloomberg Money Watch on 1010 Winds.
Watch for more live interactive events based on your favorite streaming series. After the popularity of Netflix immersive show running in San Francisco and Atlanta based on Bridgerton.
I love it.
Greg Lombardo, Vice President of Live Experiences at Netflix, says the Queen's Ball, a Bridgerton experience, gives fans the chance to dress up in those English Regency-era costumes and dance.
It's sort of like prom for adults.
There's even a contest called The Diamonds of the Evening, where you
Try to capture the Queen's attention and career favor.
Live immersive shows captured Netflix attention after the success of its interactive drive-in for the series Stranger Things during the pandemic.
Especially in between seasons.
Business is expanding for live events platform Fever, backed by Goldman Sachs. Hulu has run pop-up experiences, and Amazon has had live interactive events at Comic-Con. Bloomberg Money Watch at 26 and 56 past every hour. I'm Denise Pellegrini for 1010 Winds.
Winds News Time, 2:27.
It's Dr. Lederman about innovative cancer treatment options often hidden elsewhere. Dr. Lederman discusses all options, what every doctor should do. Patients are amazed at Dr. Lederman's first in America radiosurgery hidden options. Non-invasive, outpatient, highly successful treatment where we attack the cancer. I'm Dr. Lederman for your loved one with cancer treatment options that may have been hidden from you when most needed. For newer recurrent cancers most anywhere in the body, even if prior chemo, surgery, or radiation didn't work or isn't wanted, call Dr. Lederman, 212 Choices, 212 Choices, for appointment and free cancer treatment booklet DVD. 1384 Broadway at 38. Most insurances, Medicare, Medicaid accepted. Learn about hidden cancer treatment options. Hidden no more with Dr. Lederman. 212 Choices, 212 Choices.
Coming up, a new study about drinking alcohol that shows it could be worse for younger adults than older adults. That story in a minute.
In the wee hours of the night, when everyone else is fast asleep, you're the one on third shift, burning the midnight oil. When a part fails and everything comes to a grinding halt, regardless of what the clock on the wall says, you leap into action. Granger is with you, and all the ones who get it done. With 24/7 customer support by phone or click to chat. Call, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
O'Reilly.
This is Sarah's O'Reilly Auto Parts story.
Driving cross-country with 2 young children is ambitious, to say the least. Then our check engine light came on. We pulled into O'Reilly Auto Parts and they tested it. Turned out it was a faulty sensor. They referred us to a great mechanic just down the street, and we were back on the road in no time.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Taking a look at AccuWeather, if you're not a big fan of the heat and humidity, this is not going to be your favorite week. It's already been humid for a couple of days, and so too today with a stray thunderstorm and a high of 86, though we've been in the upper 70s for most of the afternoon. Tonight, partly cloudy and humid, a muggy summer night, low of 73. Still warm and humid tomorrow with breaks of sun and a couple of thunderstorms, even heavy gusty thunderstorms in the afternoon and evening. Then Tuesday and Wednesday, hot and humid with highs in the low 90s. Good afternoon, I'm Bud Mishkin. Winds News Time at the Tone, 2:30.
Good afternoon, I'm Suzanne Colucci. When it comes to alcohol, debate has long raged about the health risks of moderate consumption. A new study looks at the role of age, comparing the effects on young people versus that of older adults.
The study from the University of Washington conducted a systematic analysis on the effects of alcohol consumption across the world and looked at what amount of alcohol a person would have to drink to pose a risk to their health. Researchers found that for people aged 15 to 39, drinking any amount of alcohol increased disease burden. They also found that younger people are more likely to consume harmful amounts of alcohol. In 2020, roughly 60% of people who engaged in high-risk drinking were under 40, and 3/4 of them were men. Todd Ant, ABC News.
The study also found stronger interventions, particularly those tailored towards younger people, are needed to reduce the harmful effects of alcohol worldwide. Wings News Time 2:31. Time for a check of traffic and transit with Gloria Chapa.
Lots of crashes out there. First of all, southbound Hutchinson River Parkway before Boston Post Road. If you're heading towards the Bronx, you're going to run into some heavy traffic and a possible accident. Now, if you're heading westbound on the Belt Parkway at Lefferts Avenue, there's a reported accident with heavy delays. Westbound Jackie Robinson after Woodhaven Boulevard, another possible accident. Westbound LAE at Oceania Street, there is a crash in the right lane. And northbound Cross Island Parkway by Jamaica Avenue, only the left lane is getting by with an accident. You're seeing heavy delays in both directions. Now, the eastbound Belt Parkway, Rockaway Parkway, that crash has been cleared. Here's what we see on Long Island's Big Three, the LAE, the Northern State and Sun State, doing pretty well right now. But there's a motorcycle accident coming off the southbound Wantagh Parkway in the Jones Beach traffic circle. It's going to cause some delays there. Here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. The George Washington Bridge is 45 minutes to an hour inbound, 20 to 25 outbound both levels. Lincoln 30 in, 10 out. Holland 35 in, 15 out. And if you're taking the RFK Bridge into Manhattan, there's a crash in the right lane. Traffic and transit every 10 minutes on the ones and breaking traffic alerts whenever they happen. I'm Gloria Chapa on 1010 Winds.
And time now for the AccuWeather 4-day forecast. Here's meteorologist Joe Curtis.
And we will see intervals of clouds and sunshine the rest of this afternoon. Warm and humid with a stray thunderstorm around. We'll have a high of 86. Tonight will be partly cloudy and humid with a shower or thunderstorm, especially late at night with a low of 73. Tomorrow still warm and humid with breaks of sunshine, a shower or thunderstorm early, and then a couple of heavy gusty storms in the afternoon and evening. We'll have a high of 84. And then on Tuesday, we'll be hot and humid with sun and clouds, a high of 91. Wednesday, sunny, hot and humid with a high of 92. Right now it's 79 degrees. We're going up to a high of 86 in Midtown. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Joe Curtis on New York's weather station, 1010 Winds.
Joe, thank you. And taking a look at temperatures around the region right now, it's 82 in Hackensack, 85 degrees on Staten Island, and 86 degrees in Sussex. Winds News Time 2:33.
Years after Karen had both chemotherapy and surgery for breast cancer, her tumors returned.
I had one hope left, the clinical trial.
It's now been 3 years since Perlmutter Cancer Center matched Karen with a breakthrough clinical trial. She's cancer-free, and Perlmutter offers hundreds of clinical trials for many types of cancer.
I know there are more patients out there like me. They should know there's hope and help at Perlmutter Cancer Center.
To learn more, visit nyulangone.org/PCC.
Winds News Time 2:33. A look up in the sky, and beginning tonight, the annual Perseid meteor shower becomes visible. It's often considered the best meteor shower of the year, and it's certainly the most popular. When it becomes visible tonight, it will peak in mid-August, when you'll be able to see up to 100 meteors per hour if the sky is clear and dark enough. It's been visible for over 2,000 years and occurs as the Earth passes through the orbit of the comet named Swift-Tuttle. Well, the Webb telescope is helping solve mysteries of the universe.
The Webb Space Telescope's jaw-dropping image of the Carina Nebula details stellar birth in our own galaxy. Webb's power and promise time travel.
And by going just a few 100 million years farther back in time with Webb, we want to see toddler galaxies and infant galaxies, things that are just forming.
Were you blown away?
Absolutely. They're fantastic, and they include something that is a deeper infrared image than has ever been taken in history.
NASA Administrator Bill Nelson.
It's almost a spiritual experience, because you realize that there was a beginning.
That was correspondent Mark Strassman reporting. Diamonds are forever, and Guinness has one for the ages. Diamonds are forever. The one that just broke a record has 24,679 diamonds. An Indian jewelry company earned the Guinness World Record when it set that staggering number of rocks in a single ring. Guinness announced SWA Diamonds earned the record for the large ring, which was dubbed Ami in Sanskrit for immortality. The design of the ring was based on the pink oyster mushroom. The ring, which weighs about 12 ounces, was valued at $95,000. Well, it's too late for this couple to get a new ring. Well, maybe not. I suppose she could get another one. Big news. The second time's the charm for Benifer, who at last tied the knot. Details